Behold, the Mega Chorus. Hey guys, Rex here, and welcome back to my Let's Play world. Today is episode 24, and as you can see, right beside me here, I have a ginormous chorus plant. And we are going to chop it down because I need some end rods. So, if I can get into first person mode here, you might be wondering how I made this, and it's actually quite simple. All I did was grow a chorus plant, and then replace all of the kind of grown bulbs with brand new fruit bulbs. So it will just keep growing and growing and growing until you get this giant tower, and I'm sure you could go all the way to the build height if you wanted to. But let's see how much lag we can cause by chopping this thing down, shall we? Ready? In 3, 2, 1. Oh, fail. Oh, it's actually not lagging. That's pretty surprising. I chopped down one chorus fruit tree and it lags like crazy, but oh man. That's a lot of chorus fruit, and we are going to be using this, well, not really using much of it, because nobody likes to build with per, but we're going to be using it to make end rods, because I can finally use those to light up the outside and the inside of this castle. See, I was thinking of putting torches. I might have done this on the inside, but putting torches on the bricks here, kind of like, I don't know, I can't really show you to have some blocks like this here, but an end rod ends up looking much nicer, and it just doesn't look out of place like a torch does. So yeah, that is how you make a giant chorus plant, and it's quite fun. So you might be wondering, what on earth are we going to do today? And I think it goes without saying that this area in the middle of the castle, the courtyard area, needs to be done. It is looking really ugly and sloppy, and there's things lying all over the place. There's a bunch of skeleton horses that need to be moved, and we need to get this place looking a lot better here. So that is what we're going to be doing this episode. I've already gathered a bunch of resources for it, but one thing I'm going to say is that 1.11 has finally been released, but as you can see, I'm still on 1.10 because of the new, well, because of a lot of changes they made in 1.11. They made a significant changes, like the translocator's no longer working, RIP Pigman Farm that I spent 6 hours on last episode, but also like this elevator would stop working, and I really didn't want to have to use a ladder while I repaired it. And also there's the whole deal with max entity cramming, which I could ramble on about for quite a while, but I'm not. I'm going to save you that. So I don't want to have to deal with that right away, so I'm just going to kind of prep my world for 1.11 before I actually move to 1.11. But like I said, we were going to clean up the middle area here, so let's do that. Oh my goodness. This is the saddest horse I have seen in my life. Look at this guy's abysmal jump. He can't even jump 2 blocks. I bet he can't even do one and a half. Let's give him a go at it. 1.5. Give it a go, buddy. Can you do it? Oh, he can do 1.5, guys. Let's give him a round of applause. And there we are, all nice and clean. We got rid of the horses there, and we got rid of the creeper, just dropped him down a level. So, now let me explain to you what we're going to be doing in the middle here. So, I plan to have this middle area kind of raised up, kind of like a little hill going around this middle area, and then there's going to be sandstone pathways. Well, they're not really pathways. They're more like platforms. I don't know what you call this, but I wouldn't call it a pathway. And they're going to kind of come up and then slope up over the hill, and then surrounding the hill there's going to be kind of a ring. Kind of where I'm walking right now. It's going to go right over this elevator here. So a ring kind of in this region here. And then the ring is going to be more like a donut because it's going to have a sunken down middle area so you can access the elevator. And on the other side, I'm going to put an ender pearl dispenser. So with that all said, hopefully you can picture that in your head. But if you can't, you're going to be able to see it for yourself because we are going to get building. Oh yeah, gotta love those time lapses. Tell me what you guys think of the time lapse down in the comments. I'd love to hear. I love making time lapses. It does take quite a bit of time and effort, but I think they look really good when they do come out. And so yeah, I have been doing quite a bit of building here. So as you can see, like I said, there's stairs that come up here. They're kind of curved in like this, and then we have a donut that goes around the top here, and then in the middle of the donut we've got some wooden flooring, and then as you can see I've added in a ender pearl dispenser. If I click the button, it gives 8 pulses, so that will dispense exactly 16 ender pearls, and I've added some crafting tables in the floor, and oh yeah, check this out. Yep, I'm a moron. I did not get the height for this correct, so now it just doesn't work. But it doesn't really matter anyway because we have to rebuild this elevator for 1.11 because the design uses translocation, kind of. But to the point where it will break in 1.11, so we have to rebuild that anyway. But next up, in this chest, I've got a whole bunch of things that we're going to use to make this outer area here look a lot less boring. As you can see, it looks really, really boring right now. And we're going to try and make it look natural and add some things like custom trees, which I have never ever done before in Minecraft, so that's going to be new. And I think it's going to be fun. So, I'm just going to get my brain back in one piece, and let's give it a shot. Okay, so if you're wondering what that comment was about my brain being not in one piece, yeah, I don't know what that was either. That's kind of part of the reason it wasn't in one piece. But yeah, let's get started here. So the first thing I want to do is place some spruce slabs kind of dotted all over the place here in the corners. So I'm going to try and make this look as random as I can, but I'm not particularly great at making things look random. And so we'll do one here, and one here, and one here. Is that okay? Yeah, sure, that's okay. And then that's just to break up the green. And to make the hill kind of seem a little more irregular and to slope down maybe a bit better because it is like a slab. And then I want to build a custom tree. So let's try this. We got to remember that there's lava here and lava here, so we don't want to be building right beside that. So I'm going to build one like here. Now, keep in mind, I have never done this before, so it may be the worst looking tree we've ever seen. But so I want to build the trunk to maybe we'll build it decently high, maybe that high, and then maybe I'll take one off the top there. Let's just get up here and take one off the top. Yeah, it seems like a good height. Okay, and then at the bottom, I want to make it look like the trunk is like kind of thicker, so maybe add some logs kind of out the back like this. Maybe one, maybe like that, and then one like in the floor maybe. Kind of like this. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. Okay, and then I want to come up to the top, and then we're going to add kind of branches, and this is the part that I actually really suck at. So let's just kind of add logs sticking out this side. It's not going to be, they're not all going to be straight like this. Oops. Let's kind of make this one come up a little bit, and then maybe back down. And then, okay. Maybe we'll change this one to be up here. Like that, and kind of do this maybe. And then this one, I really don't know what I'm doing here. So maybe this one will come down. And then maybe we'll try and do one that's not, that's kind of on a diagonal a little bit on this backside. So we'll do like here, and then one like here. There? Does that seem okay? Maybe? And then maybe we'll add one more on the top. There isn't really room for that. Let's just leave it like that. I know I just put that log back that I got rid of. And ghost blocks. Come on. Come on. Nobody likes you. They really need to fix this bug. Okay. Let's just put some more netherrack down so we get our block back. Okay. And let's see how this trunk is looking. You. Get out of here. Okay, that doesn't look too shabby. It looks kind of weird, but I will let it slide for now. And then we'll just put some oak leaves. Just kind of cover these in oak leaves and see how it looks. Oh man, I'm starting to think that I'm not cut out for this. I've been working on this tree for quite a while, and it's not looking terrible, but it's not looking great either. I don't know what is. See, like, what is this? This looks kind of weird. I don't know, maybe like that. I really don't know what I'm doing. I'm just placing and destroying leaves. I think that looks okay. I think we'll stick with this. It kind of looks like an oak tree. Just kind of like a bulb on top of a trunk, pretty much. That's the extent of my tree building abilities. Okay, but the next thing I wanted to do, anyway, is to put some coarse dirt and gravel around the base of the tree. Because I think it looks good, really. I really don't know. I actually really like the texture of coarse dirt. Like, I think dirt looks better in kind of like the terrain, but when you have like coarse dirt sprinkled around, I think it looks really good. Or like coarse dirt in a pathway or something like that. So if we just dot some coarse dirt around, yeah, this one, and some gravel too. That doesn't look too bad. I like gravel too. Although I'm kind of doing it in this really regular pattern here, when that's not what I'm going for. No, that doesn't look too bad. Maybe another coarse dirt right here, and then maybe a couple bits outside from around the tree. So do this and pick that up, and one more over here. Let's do I don't know, right here, right beside the wall. Okay. So let's see how that looks, and see, I think that looks pretty good. So the next thing we have to cover here is lighting. As you can see, it's nighttime, and it is quite dark around here. I actually had 4 creepers spawn in this quadrant here, and that was almost sad times. So we definitely need to light this place up, but we don't want to use torches or something like that because that would look out of place. I want to use something that looks as natural as possible. So we're going to be building bushes, and then we're going to put glowstone under the bushes. So, like right here, it's really dark underneath the tree, so I'm going to put a bush right here. And I'm actually going to put the glowstone one lower than you might expect, because that way, if I look at the bush from this angle, I can't see the glowstone, because it's actually 2 blocks underneath this leaf here. So if I just put a couple more leaves here, kind of maybe like this, and maybe one up higher, like this maybe. That doesn't look right. Maybe here? Yeah, that looks like a pretty good bush, and it lights up the area here. I'm not sure about this area. Let's look here. Yeah, it's 8. Oh, it's 7 here. No, that's not good. I'll maybe have to find a solution for that, but I'm going to go ahead and build some more bushes over here to light it up, and I'll be right back. So I changed my mind a little bit on that one, as you can see, and I've been doing a lot of work here to try and get this place looking really nice, and I think this is the way I'm going to keep it. But with regards to the bushes here, I tried building a bunch of big bushes like you saw in the previous clip, but the lighting coverage wasn't great. There were a bunch of places that were level 7, so mobs could spawn, and I really didn't want that. So I changed them up for lots of small bushes, and I think it actually looks really good here. And as you can see, I've added a bunch of ferns and tall grass, and some of them have been bone mealed, and we've got some rose bushes, some little mushrooms underneath the tree there, and some other flowers like the azure bluets and the orchids, the blue orchids or something like that. I can't remember what they're called. But I do think that this area looks really nice now. So I only have 3 more to go, but tell me what you think of this area down in the comments with the bushes and the grass, and if you have any suggestions, definitely let me know. But I'm going to do the other 3 right now, and I do have a couple ideas to make each one unique, but I'm going to do that right now, and I will see you guys when I'm all done. Alright guys, I have finally finished the other 3 quadrants, and I must say, I really like this a lot, especially considering that I've never done something like this before. Usually I just bone meal the ground and plant vanilla trees. This is the first time I'm doing custom trees and custom kind of natural terrain, and I really like the look of it. So let's take a closer look here at what I've done in each quadrant. So this is the one we started with. We've got a large custom tree. Everything is basically the same as you saw it before, except I've added a couple rocks here with stone and cobblestone. And I like the combination. I've learned recently that when you vary blocks like this, it can look a lot better rather than having the whole thing be like stone or whatever. And yeah, so I've added 3 little rocks, and I think they add quite a nice touch to this area. And then we come over here. This one has a small tree, and once again we have the rocks and a little pond here. And then we've got 3 sugarcane, and I've used string on top of these 2 to prevent them from growing, and so we can have varied height between them, which looks a lot better in my opinion. And then if we come over here, you can see that we've got another large tree or medium tree. And then we have, over here we've got some pumpkins. And what I've actually done here is I've made it so the pumpkin's face is always facing into a block. So here it's facing into the hill, here it's into the hill, here it's into the rock. And that way, if you're ever down here for whatever reason, you're not really meant to come down here, but you can't see the faces of the pumpkins. So it actually looks like a pumpkin and not a carved pumpkin. So yeah, that's what we've got going on over here. The trees are kind of wonky. I'll admit these are not the best custom trees I've ever seen, but they're the first time I'm doing it, so cut me some slack. Over here, we've got 2 trees, a small one and a kind of medium one here, and we've got a slightly larger rock in the middle and some other rocks. And yeah, other than that, it's the same. They've got the rose bushes and the blue flowers and the white flowers and the tall grass and ferns and the slabs and coarse dirt and all that. So it looks like this area in the middle of our castle, the courtyard here, is now complete, and I am very much liking it. And we got this middle area with the ender pearl dispenser, and this we'll work on in a later episode when I come up with the design. Another design. What is that? This is, I guess, the 3rd design for the elevator that I will have here. But yeah, we'll get that done in a later episode, but that is all the time I have for today. Tell me what you think of this project down in the comments. I'm very proud of it because it's the first time I've ever done something like this, and I think this donut area looks quite nice as well. But if you did enjoy this video, then please leave a like. It helps me out a lot. And follow me on Twitter at NanoRexMC for more updates. But thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you next time. Rex out.